Hello and welcome. You're watching Express News with me, Munman Bhattacharya. Let's get started. President Draupadi Murmu conferred the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar on the occasion of Veer Bal Divas in New Delhi on Friday. This year, 20 children from 18 states and union territories have been selected for this honour who demonstrated outstanding achievements in diverse fields. Speaking on the occasion, President Draupadi Murmu talked about the opportune moment and how the country takes honour in celebrating the pride of the nation. Congratulating the recipients, the President said that the award-winning children have brought pride to their families, their communities and the entire country. Veer Bal Divas is being observed today to honour the martyrdom of Baba Fateh Singh and Baba Zorawar Singh, the Sahibzade of the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday interacted with the PM Rashtriya Bal Puraskar awardees on the occasion of Veer Bal Divas at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. Prime Minister Modi said every citizen should know the tales of the Sahibzade sacrifices and that India is determined to free itself from the mentality of slavery. PM Modi highlighted that millions of children are engaging in innovation and research at Atal Tinkering Labs across the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has commended the release of the Constitution of India in the Santhali language by President Draupadi Murmu. Noting that the country is very proud of the Santhali culture, PM Modi in a social media post said that this will help deepen constitutional awareness and democratic participation. Union Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurated the counter-terrorism conference organized by the NIA, that is the National Investigation Agency, in New Delhi. India's Ministry of External Affairs has expressed serious concern over attacks on Hindus and other minorities in Bangladesh. MEA spokesperson said India is closely monitoring the situation and described the continued hostility against minorities a matter of grave concern. India has been selected to chair the UN-backed Kimberley process from January 1, 2026, marking the third time it will lead the global diamond certification body. Announcing the development on X, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said India's leadership will focus on building consumer confidence and conflict-free diamonds. The Indian Railways has rationalized its passenger fare structure with effect from Friday to balance affordability for passengers and sustainability of operations. Under the revised fare structure, there is no change in fares for suburban services and season tickets. Second-class ordinary passengers will also see no change in fares for journeys up to 215 kilometers, protecting daily commuters. In sleeper class ordinary and first class ordinary non-suburban fares have been revised by just 1 paise per kilometer. For mail and express trains, the fare increase across both AC and non-AC classes has been capped at 2 paise per kilometer. Tickets booked earlier will not be affected even for travel after the new fares come into effect. GST applicability and fare rounding rules also remain unchanged. A new book titled The Decline of the Hindu Civilization by senior civil servant Shashi Ranjan Kumar was published to help readers learn about and understand India's civilization and history from an Indian perspective. Indian equity indices ended on a negative note on Friday. Sensex dropped 367 points to settle at 85,041. Nifty declined nearly 100 points to 26,042. The Indian rupee fell 15 paise to close at 89.86 against the US dollar. Reserve Bank of India's recent data showed that the country's forex reserves jumped $4.36 billion to $693.31 billion in the week that ended on the 19th of December. Gold futures maturing on 5th of February next year were priced at 139,349 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for March 5th next year maturity stood at 912 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. The Japanese government has approved a record national budget of 122.3 trillion yen for the next fiscal year beginning April 2026. NVIDIA has agreed to license chip technology from startup Grok and hire away its CEO, a veteran of Alphabet's Google. Ousted Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in a Christmas speech slammed the Yunus regime and said that the current ruling group is now subjecting minorities to unspeakable torture. Hasina reminded its citizens that Bangladesh had always been a shining example of communal harmony in the recent past. A 30-year-old youth, Amrit Mondal, also known as Samrat, was killed by a mob on Wednesday night in Rajabari district over alleged extortion. Police in Bangladesh's Chattogram are investigating a string of arson attacks targeting Hindu families. The fire occurred early on Tuesday in Sultanpur, where the door of a house was allegedly locked from the outside, forcing the family to escape by climbing over a fence. Malaysia's former Prime Minister Najib Razak was found guilty on all charges of abuse of power and money laundering on Friday in the One Malaysia Development Berhad scandal. Myanmar will hold the third phase of voting for its general election on January 25 next year in 63 of the country's 330 townships. The first two phases of voting are set to take place on December 28, 2025 and January 11 next year, covering a total of 202 townships out of a total of 330. The United States carried out an airstrike against Islamic State terrorists in Nigeria on Christmas night. Trump hailed the U.S. military for executing numerous perfect strikes. U.S. President Donald Trump is set to meet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Sunday at his Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida, according to media reports. Zelensky held talks with U.S. President's Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner regarding the ongoing conflict. Calling it a goodwill gesture, Venezuelan authorities have released 99 prisoners on Christmas arrested during protests against President Nicolas Maduro's re-election in 2024. Brazil's former President Jair Bolsonaro has endorsed his son as a 2026 presidential pre-candidate to preserve the representation of those who place their trust in the former president. Voting concluded for municipal elections in Somalia. These polls marked a significant step towards first direct national polls in the East African nation after more than 5 decades. Kosovo is set to hold parliamentary elections on December 28, with experts claiming it will not change much in the politically deadlocked country. Polls held in February witnessed outgoing Premier Albin Kurti's Veteven Dosje's party winning, but not with sufficient majority. Taiwan held a large-scale security drill on Friday following last week's deadly stabbings. South Korea's special prosecutor on Friday sought a 10-year prison sentence for former President Yoon Suk-yeol on obstruction of justice charges linked to his declaration of martial law last year. According to state-run television KRT, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un signaled the country will continue to develop missiles in the next 5 years during his visit to major munitions enterprises. Guinea's leader Mamadi Doumbouya ended his campaign rally in the capital Conakry. He is expected to win December 28th polls. We'll head into a short break at this point in time. Keep watching DD India. Can the US launch a bombing campaign against Iran? The Philippines vessel suffered structural damage. The saga of child sexual abuse is the United States China's debt trap strategy. Truth is stranger than fiction. But sometimes hard to uncover. Trust us to tell the truth, unadulterated and pure, of every story that matters to you.
Exactly what save your.
You read between the lines, cut the clutter, and connect the dots to get you the full picture. Watch Connecting the Dots at these times with me, only on DD India. Welcome back. Let's resume Express News. India remembers the loss of lives during the deadly 2004 tsunami on its 21st anniversary. India Met Department has warned of dense fog and low visibility at airports, highways and rail routes. Passengers have been asked to stay alert and cautious. IMD issued red and orange alerts for dense to very dense fog conditions for various states in the northern and northeastern region. Mild winter conditions with minimal fog were witnessed. Maharashtra's Pune, Pimpri, Chinchwad region saw those conditions during the early hours of Friday. Various districts in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Anantnag, Srinagar and Gulmarg witnessed snowfall as temperatures dropped to 11 degrees. Heavy storms swept through southern California with torrential rains triggering widespread flash flooding and mudslides. Californian authorities have warned people to avoid traveling and seek shelter at safer locations. France's weather agency issued a yellow alert for snow and ice in the Loire department after the Pilat Mountains and Alps witnessed mild snowfall after Christmas night. Municipal staff was seen clearing roads after snowfall in France's Loire department to ensure safe passage and accessibility. A bus accident in eastern Mexico killed at least 10 people and left another 32 injured. Indian artist Manas Sahu created a sand sculpture at Puri beach in eastern India, honouring the Sahibzadas of Veer Bal Divas. Students in Surat are recycling cigarette stubs into everyday products through a state-funded environmental initiative. Visakhapatnam's provisions of the Panchayat's extension to scheduled areas Mahotsav celebrated two-day tribal culture and Panchayati rights. Kolkata's Park Street came alive with festive cheer as people celebrated Christmas in 2025. Ridge ground in Himachal Pradesh's Shimla came alive with colourful decorations, twinkling lights during Christmas Day celebrations. Manali also lit up with festive cheer as people danced, enjoyed music and soaked in the lights during Christmas celebrations. Srinagar's Dal Lake celebrated the Christmas Khewa Fest, where tourists enjoyed Kashmiri traditions, Khewa tea and local hospitality. A group of German swimmers braved -8 degrees Celsius on Christmas morning for the annual dip in Berlin. Participants wearing festive hats took part in a Christmas Day swim at Brighton Beach in southern England. Syrians celebrated Christmas on Thursday with Mass, while in Damascus, Syriac church scouts played festive melodies under security watch. Around 1,000 Ukrainians in traditional costumes marched through central Kyiv on Thursday, carrying decorated Christmas stars and singing carols. Santa Claus has completed his worldwide gift-giving journey with the North American Aerospace Defense Command's Santa Tracker animation, confirming that his festive trek delivering presents has ended. Mountain gorilla numbers in the Virunga Mountains have risen from 242 in 1981 to over 1,000. On a cool grey summer's day at Sydney Harbour, yacht skippers scattered rose petals in a heartfelt tribute to the Bondi Beach shooting victims. As school and work end, crowds flocked to Tokyo's arcade halls to win plush toys, with aisles of crane games filling Tokyo's gaming mecca. Suniti Chauhan wowed Mumbai with an electrifying concert on Wednesday during her I Am Home India tour. She will next perform in Delhi on Saturday. Indian actors Kareena Kapoor Khan and Prithviraj Sukumaran have wrapped shooting for the crime drama thriller Daira. The makers of the pan-Indian action drama film Vrishubh has unveiled the latest track, Thandavam. Bollywood romantic comedy Tu Meri Main Tera Tu Meri collected around 8 crore 46 lakh rupees in India on its very first day. Dhurandhar has entered the 1,000 crore rupees club worldwide in just 21 days, becoming one of the Bollywood's biggest hits of the year. Canadian filmmaker James Cameron's Avatar: Fire and Ash continues its phenomenal run at the Indian box office, having collected 131 crore rupees in just 7 days. Stranger Things Season 5 Volume 2 has premiered in India, with episodes 5 to 7 now streaming together on an OTT platform, continuing the thrilling Hawkins saga. The final episode of Stranger Things Season 5 Chapter 8, The Right Side Up, premieres on December 31st, 2025. English actor Jamie Campbell Bower revealed that his portrayal of Vecna in Stranger Things was inspired by Mr. Rogers. American actor Daniel Stern is set to create a bronze sculpture inspired by the iconic Tarantula scene from Home Alone. Australia finished marginally on top at the end of a chaotic opening day of the 4th Ashes Test after an extraordinary 20 wickets fell at Melbourne Cricket Ground on Friday. England pacer Josh Tongue claimed a career best 5 for 45 as England bowled Australia out for 152. In reply, England made 110 in 29.5 overs as Michael Nesser grabbed 4 for 45. Josh Tongue created history, becoming the first bowler from England to take a 5-wicket haul at Melbourne Cricket Ground in the 21st century. Australia Test and ODI captain Pat Cummins will cool his heels after his successful hit-and-run Ashes appearance in Adelaide as he sets sights on the T20 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka in February next year. Indian skipper Harmanpreet Singh won the toss and elected to field first in the third Women's T20 International in Thiruvananthapuram. Hosts India lead series 2-0. India's superstar cricketer and former skipper Virat Kohli continued his staggering form with another fine outing in the Vijay Hazare Trophy, scoring 77 against Gujarat on Friday. Former Indian skipper Rohit Sharma, who slammed 155 on Wednesday, got out in a first ball duck in Mumbai's Vijay Hazare Trophy match against Uttarakhand. India's star batter Rinku Singh set the pitch on fire with his blistering century in the Vijay Hazare Trophy against Chandigarh on Friday. In a remarkable comeback, India's golfing legend Jeev Milkha Singh ended a 13-year title drought by clinching victory at the IGPL Invitational Sri Lanka. India's leading men's hockey players Harmanpreet Singh and Hardik Singh are eyeing good performances in the Hockey India League with an aim to fine-tune their skills and build confidence ahead of a busy international season. Seven-time Africa Cup of Nations champions Egypt will face South Africa in the second match of the 2025 tournament on Friday. South African coach Hugo Broos said they don't fear Egypt's Premier League contingent, Mohamed Salah and Omar Mamouche, ahead of their Group B clash in the Africa Cup of Nations on Friday. Morocco coach Walid Regragui has dismissed reports that defender Naif Aguerd is injured, saying the centre-back was fit and ready for Friday's Africa Cup of Nations clash against Mali. Manchester United host Newcastle United at Old Trafford on Boxing Day, with both sides struggling for form and missing key players in a crucial Premier League encounter. And out-of-touch Chelsea are set to face a tough challenge in the Premier League campaign as they face in-form Aston Villa in a crucial game on Saturday. That's it then in this edition of Express News. News and updates will continue on DD India. Stay tuned.